YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Buddha back in the building for another Last Cloudia news and information video, and a pretty big one for Last Cloudia. You can see the top of that banner. 3rd anniversary update info is here, y'all. Your boy Buddha is here very, very late in the day going over this. Any of you who were there during the 5,000 subscriber live stream last night, you should know why your boy is moving a bit slow, working a bit later than usual. You might see the little bags under my eyes. Y'all had your boy partying. That was so much fun. I can't thank you guys enough for celebrating like that with me, and I'm just looking forward to many more moments like that. But we, as you can see by the top of my browser, have a ton of information to get through. So we should just dive into this, and I'll obviously cut maybe things that aren't super duper relevant, but I know there's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot. Go over the table of contents. We're getting new story added. The guild feature implemented. Excited to go over that. 3rd anniversary special promotions. We could see all of these. I'm not going to go over every single detail here since we'll get to it later. Renewal of various features, various release information. So, new story added with the new unit. Very excited. Obviously, we'll be doing a live stream going over the new story, going over exploring the entire update. So, doing our summons for the prince who looks like he's about to be the king. Heroic Lord Roland, and this ridiculous UR arc that your boy wants to get his hands on. Guild feature implemented. Guilds released. This update brings the introduction of the guild feature. By joining a guild, you can chat with other players while you enjoy the game. You'll also receive a daily guild login bonus. There is a guilds released notice. We will be checking that tab out after we get through this laundry list of information. 3rd anniversary special promotions released. Up to 250 free gacha spins. It's going to be a daily free 10-spin banner that you can spin on, and it has all of the different general pool units and arcs on it. Don't get confused. If you miss a day, you will potentially miss 10 spins at a time for however many days you missed. I had the brilliant idea to wait last time this came around, and I thought, you know what, I'll wait until the last day and do all of my 25 spins in a video. That's not how it works, guys. You get your free 10 spin on that day. If you miss that day, depending on how long the banner's active, you won't get those 10 spins back. So make sure you're doing this every single day as soon as it resets. For our login bonuses, we can see that on day 1, we will get the rainbow potion that allows you to skip all of the enhancement process, right? No enhancement materials. You can get a unit straight to level 100, which is very nice. We'll definitely be using this when we get it. And we're looking at a bunch of gacha tickets and crystals. We'll definitely take those login bonuses. This is very cool. Main story added promotions. The story challenge, a story challenge that rewards you for progressing through the main story, has been added. Challenges will appear on the home screen, and you will receive completion rewards for completing 9 missions. There are 3 levels of challenges, and for clearing them all, you can get a total of 9,000 crystals. And another rainbow potion, guys. The rewards for each mission are great as well. You can get items such as unit gacha tickets and radiances of each type. So I'm liking the sound of this. I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those things where if you have already done all of our current story, you're going to just get access to these rewards straight away. And the story challenge appears after the beginner challenge is complete. This is important for new players specifically because there's a beginner challenge that you finish and you get a free character, White Knight Melza, very bottom tier character. However, that will need to be completed in order to start progressing this new story challenge that they're adding. I'm thinking this is a one-time thing. I'm wondering if this, released permanently on April 14th. So there's no time crunch here. This is just something that they're adding as extra permanent content to grind towards for all players starting after this update. So I like that a lot. Very cool. Main story progress promotion during the promo period. Continues will cost 0 crystals. Free continues can even be used in multiplayer quests. Very important. I talked about it in the live stream last night. But if you get team wiped in one of the Godforge or Limit Breaker multiplayer battles, do not give up. Just hit continue. You don't have to spend any crystals for this time period because it will cost 0. So you don't have to waste your orange orbs if you are team wiping. Main story added login bonus, new chapter login bonus. We're also getting, doesn't really tell us what we're getting here, however, that'll coincide with the other login bonus that we saw. Collect third celebration medals. We can see there will be a trading space. You can get various gacha tickets, radiances in the lineup, so will probably be a great source of materials to buy out in the shop. Various other promotions released. We have multiplayer promotions. The following multiplayer promotions will be held. Increased multi-coins. That's pretty cool. So the amount of multi and rare multi-coins dropped will be doubled. Very nice. All Godforge Dominion bosses available. And increase the rare drop rate for the items in the Godforge. This is a beautiful time if you want to shift your focus. If you're an endgame player and you want to hammer out some Godforge items, this is one of those times to do it since the rates are increased. Typically, it's very rare to see those sought-after materials to upgrade these weapons, but in this case, you can absolutely see the difference. So I will probably be taking advantage of this at least a couple times during this event. Quest soul cost halved promotion, which will be very nice for newer players since it will cost half the amount of blue and red souls to run arcs in battle. Friend points promotion, we're getting double the friend points from friend gifts and supports during this period. However, remember that I believe this medal will be available to be set as what you receive with friend gifts. So for newer players, that's usually recommended, and then get friend points through using friend supports, adding people, and then using them in battle. But if that's not the case, then you can get double the amount of friend points from gifting. And then our typical arena points promo, where you get 4 times the amount of arena points when you win. This is actually very important for new players because in arena, one of the first tips that I can give you, that many people can give you, is that the formation spell render is the most important arena formation to buy. It costs a total of 500 points. So during these promos, you can grind up to 200 points per day, meaning you can get spell render on a new account as long as you get your 200 points over the course of 3 days. You'll have enough to get spell render, which will transform your arena progression by a huge margin. This looks new. Limited items will also be added to the arena points trading space. From this time on, the lineup will include mega clusters of every color. That is definitely new. Before this, I believe we were only seeing discounted clusters, but now we're getting mega clusters in the arena shop, which I'm actually very excited to see. And let's talk about hype, y'all. Renewal of various features, updated Descent of Heroes Festival, and Crimson Ore trading space lineups, y'all. And the following with the gacha and trading space changes mentioned in this notice. We'll go over that after this. From April 14th, post-maintenance, the lineups of the Crimson Ore trading space and DoH Festival will be updated. We can see the details here. The following units will be added to the permanent DoH Festival lineup. So every time they bring back a Descent of Heroes banner, we now have other Descent of Heroes units in the pool. While this does contribute to the problem of diluting the pool more, it's still adding limited, semi-limited characters to these DoH banners that we have never had before as background units that you have the potential of pulling. So really cool stuff here. I mean, if I pulled a Regnant of Fire Eliza on an off banner, I would not be sad. Loug Zeus is now going to be available as an off banner unit. Granted, right, these aren't raid up units and they are diluted in the mass pool that we have of SSRs, but it's still way better, in my opinion, than potentially only being able to pull general pool units, which just don't measure up to even the characters we see in this list. I imagine this is going to keep growing. We're also going to check out some information in the actual notice here that it mentions. So very excited to see that this is a change that they are saying will be permanent moving forward. And then additions to the Crimson Ore trading space. We're getting all of the paid gear for those above mentioned characters as Crimson Ore trading pieces, and my goodness gracious, it's like a dream come true for your boy Booda. This was always one of my biggest gripes, and we are going to see some exciting news regarding this change. Specifically, Crimson Ore trading space paid gear is going to become a regular interval thing. So the 3-year just looking already to be chef's kiss for your boy Booda. Added new Chronicles feature. Chronicles enjoy past event stories. Chronicles is a feature that allows you to play stories and quests from past events. You can challenge them from Chronicles tab of the event screen. Play the quests to collect special exchange items to trade for event exclusive gear. The following events will be implemented. This time we're getting Imperial Capital, Catacombs, and Recollections of Black and White. I don't remember which units those events are exactly tied to. However, this is really exciting because Redux events don't come around super often. We've seen them rarely in the past, at least since I started playing in November of 2020. Funny enough, I just mentioned in my Logia showcase I did recently that he has an event exclusive sword that you can buy in the Crimson Ore shop for like 10,000 Crimson Ore, and it's such a scam because 1, if the event comes back, you can grind it for free, and 2, it's not even his paid gear. So the fact that we're getting this Chronicles feature that hopefully they're going to update regularly means that the events to get those kinds of event exclusive items will be available in this tab at all times, or at least in a more regular fashion. I don't know how they're going to cycle through quests here. We'll see moving forward, but very promising feature here, I think. We're getting more multiplayer stamps. You can see we've got a Foul, Goroth, and this one, the Lukiel one. I don't know what to think of this. Use your arc skill. Arc skills are typically a waste of time in multiplayer, so I don't want people to think that they know what they're talking about if they're spamming this, okay? So we're getting updated daily mission rewards, guys, but they did this a little differently than I would have preferred. We're getting this change, right? Before, you could grind 5 daily missions, get 50 crystals for each one, and then pick between these 3 here, crystals 50, rainbow crystals 3, or gold piece 3. So it was pretty obvious that you get 50 crystals, and then you get the other 50 crystals, giving you 100 crystals for your dailies. The biggest gripe that people have had is that 100 crystals feels like way too little for your daily missions compared to, you know, our current gacha structure. And so after this change, each one is going to give us 20 crystals. So we will be still getting 100 crystals daily, but then they removed crystals from the selection from the completion bonus. So we're not getting an actual change to the daily crystals that are available. Then we're just replacing these optional crystals with Mother Souls and Orange Orb Recoverers. And First Rate. Okay, no, like all 3 of these are different than these. I mean, Mother Souls is cool, I guess. Yeah, no, it's not a bad change, because there was really the only reliable way to farm Mother Souls infinitely is through the arena grind, getting to Super League in Arena. So now, if you get to Super Gold 1 in Arena, you get 20 daily, and then if you choose to get 15, you can get 35 Mother Souls daily now. So not a horrible change, and then you're getting that 100 crystals regardless, but not the change that I would have personally preferred. However, some people might be happy about this, a little more optimistic than me. Let's just move on. Additional friend slots. We're going from 150 to 200. I like that. I like the sound of that. Give me more friend slots for more friend point grinding when I'm auto farming. Big fan. Big fan of more friend slots. Adjustment of various skills. The following skill adjustments will be made. Reduced time for the cast pose animation after casting the spell Nether Tempest. So if you guys recall, there's that weird little time in between when the caster throws the spell and when they can actually start moving again. So it seems that the Nether Tempest specifically, that time will be shortened. Increased MP regen for the magic intermediate magic circles and the skill fast. intermediate magic circles. That will be interesting to see. Intermediate magic circles was typically a spell that you had to cast on yourself, and then you gained a set amount of MP from it. Now, hopefully, if the MP regen is increased, it doesn't tell us exactly how much it is increased, but hopefully it will be a little more significant, because even if you reduce your cast speed, it's still a drag of a spell to sit through. So not sure, we'll have to see what those in-game amounts look like. Increases the chance to apply the status ailments from the following magic. Darkness from Giga Darkness, Silence from Giga Silence, and Curse from Giga Curse. I think before it was a 20% chance for each of these when you cast this, so hopefully it'll go up to like a 50% chance. I mean, 100% chance would have been nice depending on the enemy's resistances, but I'll take a 50%. Various adjustments to counter. Alright, I've seen a lot of people talking about this. So increased the power of counter. When counter is activated, it will now activate immediately without waiting for flinch animations to end. I don't really know what that looks like in my head from reading that. If I had to guess, hearing like Tweaks and Panda talk about it, I think it just means that counter essentially is getting super armor now. So big gripe with counter in the past is that you could get flinched out of countering, but if it becomes its own super armor, if it has its own super armor, I think it becomes that much more effective in a way to interrupt flinchable enemies. Following the adjustment to counter, the SC required for the skill will be changed from 2 to 6. So this little super armor edition is not coming for free, right? We're getting 4 extra SC now it's going to cost. If counter has been set before maintenance, your unit SC may exceed the upper limit after maintenance, and then you'll have to adjust your skills, so keep that in mind. Numerical values have been added to the descriptions of skills that boost counter damage, okay? And unified the descriptions of skills related to counter. So they're doing a whole counter overhaul with this update. I'm sure there will be plenty of shorts and little tests to see as soon as this update rolls around. Lowering of skill SC, so they're actually changing some SC costs. Armor, clothes, and robe boost are going from 4 to 3. Armor, clothes, and robe high boost are going from 9 to 7. I like that. The revenge skills are going from 6 to 5. I'm still never going to run these anyway. High vitality is going from 8 to 5, and illumination is going from 8 to 6. I don't know what this does. I have no idea what illumination does. And then skill name changes. Reject is turning into beast repellent. Okay. Fast barrier is turning into fast magic barrier. Auto magic barrier, and high counter is going to counter boost. Interesting. Okay. Not mad at this last one, but beast repellent, isn't this just like the opposite of allure, right? It's an opposite of an allure stack. So like, I don't like that they put beast here, because we have a beast typing in the game, and there are skills that relate directly to beasts. I'm talking about beast killer, beast slayer, beast geyser, but this just kind of gives that wrong impression, in my opinion. The trait of the arc, beast of the end, has been slightly edited to match the new format, and there is no change to the actual effect. Changes to some skill descriptions. Oh, this is a long update, y'all. It's going to be a long video. Descriptions of skills related to increasing damage against specific types of enemies, such as skills that read as effective against or included killer/slayer, have been changed. Example, physical attacks are effective against beasts is now going to be give physical attacks an anti-beast type effect. We talked about this in the live stream with Tweaks last night. Tweaks wanted it to be called brutal damage, right? Instead of slayer damage, he wanted it to be universally known as brutal damage. I think if I had to pick, I would have liked the wording enhanced damage, right? So if you had Beast Killer, it would say deal enhanced damage with normal attacks against beasts. Or Beast Geyser, deal enhanced damage with magic attacks against beast. I think enhanced damage would have been a real nice universal term. Maybe you can think of some reason why that wouldn't have worked, but Last Cloudia chose to go with anti-type, which is fine. It makes sense. I don't think there's going to be much confusion, right, in different wordings. So now we have this anti-typing phrasing that is replacing all of the killer/slayer/geyser damage that we have referred to for so long. The descriptions are only changed for skills that increase damage for specific types of enemies. For example, the descriptions for the unit God Hunter Shin skill Moon Arc that reads effective against flying enemies will not be changed at this time. Adjusted the description of Leona Princess Punch's trait Key Charge. The effect of Key Charge have been listed within the trait by level. I don't care, because I don't care about Leona. Other updates, we're getting home screen UI improvement. That's always nice to see. Following the implementation of the guild feature, the home screen UI will be improved. Trading space UI improvements. Sounds good. Trading spaces will now be displayed on separate tabs according to trading space category. Adjusted the list order of the unit Zlorge the Heathen. Really now? Okay, so he used to be with the monster units. If you notice that your units, if you're sorting by default, they have a specific order. They go in the order of their original release, so even if you have shift forms, the character will be in the spot that its original form released in. So it'll go order of original cast and original characters, then it will go into collab units and the order in which they were released, and then it will go into monsters. And Zlorg was in here with the monsters. I guess he's going to get changed in that list, which is interesting. Updated the multi-coin trading space lineup. Backtracking. Hopefully this means that they're going to release a new free-to-grind unit, which is going to have its own little section in the list of ordered units. That would be so sick. Updated the multi-coin trading space lineup. In conjunction with the ending of Kingdom Come, the following Kingdom Come clear rewards will be added to the multi-coin trading space. We're getting Merc Blader proof, Inferno Mage proof, and Claude Fortress proof. If you guys recall, they did make an announcement they were removing the Super Boss tab in the events section. These were the rewards for completing those, so now it will be available in the multi-coin trading space. For events, we're getting the 3rd anniversary quest, which, you know, you do real quick. I don't even know if there's a battle that you have to do, but you get a free multi-spin 3,000 crystals, so we love to see this every time there's a big update like this. The 3rd anniversary match, the 1st volume, is coming. This is a co-op event between all players. Take on the daily Festival Mega Beast to receive daily repel rewards for the number of times the boss is repelled. We've seen this type of event many, many times. Event stamps will be available as rewards. Then we'll also be able to get unit prisms for Melee and Roland. That's nice because we didn't get Melee prisms when she released a couple weeks ago, or a month ago. Event limited stamp, which is nice. Event equipment, Radiance of the World, Foreign, and Visionary. And 3rd anniversary gacha tickets. The more gacha tickets we can get, because we know that they now have rate up, the better. I believed in you is quite funny. We'll see how people use this stamp in multiplayer, and you can see the event units that will get you some extra points, extra AP, and EXP. The 5 Capital Battle Lords is coming back along with the 4 Lord Strike again. This is the dual event that allows you to Godforge the Blade, Holy Blade Zaja Dojin, which is very, very appropriate for the newest character that we are getting, and even his OG form and any other light attacker that uses swords. Zaja Dojin is very, very powerful, very good stats, and a pretty decent trait, nothing too crazy, but definitely a sword to pick up if you can. Tower of Trials is returning, so we'll be able to get some nice rewards here, but same thing as usual. The beefed up training field is coming back, so any new or any players can rejoice at this. Great way to level up units, get materials, and Mother Souls. So always a huge fan of them bringing training field back as often as they do, and we can see the event units that will be getting the bonuses for the training field. The gacha, look at that, the banner for the newest Shift Roland and his UR arc. What a banner this will be indeed, because again, they're adding all of those different DoH units, including Loug Zeus, Sheeta, Regular Fire, Eliza. I mean, DoH banners are now a lot more tempting in my opinion. While they are a lot more diluted, which some people might have an issue with, I don't care. We've got DoH units in these banners now, so I'm happy. I'm a happy Buddha. We should read this. Both gacha feature the new unit and the UR on rate up. Also, the Step Up of Descent of Heroes Festival will change to have a total of 4 laps, guys, okay? What does this mean? If you guys know, your boy Buddha reserves some YouTube money, some YouTube funds in order to do the collab paid only step-up banners because you get the collab character guaranteed at the end of lap 3. So after you do, 15 total rotations, 15 multi-summons, which comes out to about 320 USD, you get the character guaranteed, which is almost half of our original 90,000 pity. They're giving that to all future DoH banners from here on out. So now, if you want to pity a unit and you're willing to spend all paid gems in order to do that, the cost has decreased substantially for your DoH units. Very, very exciting, right? Because there's only 4 laps to the step up, you'll do the first lap, which is 5 multis, you'll do the second lap, and then the third lap you get the guaranteed, and that fourth lap gives you a bunch of unit prisms, souls, stuff like that. So we're getting that structure streamlined for all future collab DoH units, and hopefully and seasonal, right? So they're all the same. If you're willing to spend paid only gems to guarantee yourself stuff, it's all uniform now, which I love. I love uniform things. Set the expectations so that they're the same every time, and you're going to have a much, much happier audience. We're getting the return of the 1 UR and 1 hero guaranteed Arc 10 spin gachas for part 1 and 2. Here's the thing, your boy Buddha, who is now Buddha Whale, Buddha Dolphin, whatever you want to call me, I'm buying both of these just to support Last Cloudia with this update. This update is absolutely incredible, and you guys know that I do like to spend when I feel that the game is making great changes, and I have no problem spending $200 to do these rolls, get my guaranteed UR, and 1 hero. So very excited to do this again. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty wild summoning session, everyone. You already know this is a massive update. The gacha is a special 10-spin gacha, costs 9,600 paid gems, can only be spun once. You're guaranteed to get both 1 UR arc and 1 DoH heroes unit. SSR or higher is guaranteed for the remaining 8 slots. It's one of the most exciting gachas you can spin if you're willing to pay, just because it's incredible to see full reds on all 10 spins. In addition, if you spin this gacha, you will receive 3rd anniversary 10 times ticket times 3 and hero credential 1 times 35 as a bonus. That's new. I don't think that was a thing in the past. This gacha has 2 types, part 1 and part 2. The units and arcs that appear are different. They started this during the half year anniversary, where they separated the URs and the heroes into 2 different banners. It used to all just be into 1. Now they've got 2 of them. They get more money, but they also keep the dilution in the pool a little more managed. The 1 unit guaranteed 10 spin gacha is coming back, so this is something you can do 3 times, 3,000 free crystals each, so 9,000 free crystals can be used here. Guaranteed DoH unit, although you can get very shafted on this banner. It's not a recommended banner for many reasons. I personally would not tell free-to-play to summon on this. If you're free-to-play or super budget character player, I would save all your gems for the 30,000 free crystal step-ups that give you a unit exchange ticket, like we saw with White Day and Valentine's Day. Those are the banners free-to-play and budget should save for. There's nothing else you should be spending unless you're just going to feed your gacha addiction. If you're going to ask me what I recommend, what you should save for, it's those. Don't summon on Roland and his new juicy banner. Don't summon on any characters that you don't have to have right away. You can guarantee yourself that character if you really, really want it at a later time, just with some patience. Some people are going to hate that advice. However, that's the advice your boy's going to give. Various ticket gachas. There will be 2 types of ticket gachas. 3rd anniversary ticket gacha, we can see a lot going on here. This is a ticket gacha that features the new unit Heroic Lord Roland and the new arc being Eldravana on Raid Up. Yes, indeed. Spin this gacha with the following tickets: 3rd anniversary 10 spin tickets and 3rd anniversary gacha tickets. Very cool that these are featuring new unit and UR arc on Raid Up. That's nuts. A lot of people are going to be pulling the new Roland and the new UR arc for free, just through tickets, and that is extremely exciting to think about. Hero Ticket Gacha as well. This is a ticket gacha that includes all Descent of Heroes Festival limited units and UR arcs, including the new unit, Roland and Eldravana. Spin this gacha with the following tickets: one Hero 10 spin ticket and Hero Gacha ticket. So I think this is new. Roland and UR arc gacha ticket banner. I'm pretty sure this is new. I don't recall any other events bringing a banner like this, especially now that the featured units are on Raid Up. Good lord. Descent of Heroes Festival Ultra is coming April 21st. It's going to have Regal Blunt Lancevale, Sheeta, Nightlord Kyle, Cyberslayer Alice, Council of 10 UR, the original Eldravana UR, Bolt Bearers Ascent SSR, and Sandworm SSR. That's pretty cool. They're putting that on Raid Up. They're making it tempting. Although it's not guaranteed, right? It's just putting it on Raid Up, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they're revamping the DoH Ultra Festival banners. So very cool to see. Definitely making it sound a little more juicy, but I still wouldn't quite recommend summoning on these yet. About Descent of Heroes Festival Ultra, they will occur twice monthly now. Previously released DoH Festival limited units and various arcs on Raid Up. Very nice, very nice. Gacha featuring a new unit on April 28th, 2022. Post-maintenance, a new unit will be added, everyone. They're dropping the news. They're sneaking it in here, like this little itty-bitty section out of this whole list. There will be a new unit on April 28th. So the usual 2 weeks, every new banner, we're getting another new unit on the 28th. So keep that in mind. If you are trying to be the smartest player possible, you will wait, because the Roland banner's not going anywhere. It's here until May 11th. You have the potential to get Roland and the new UR off of tickets, which of course you'll get through login bonuses, you'll get through grinding the event, so you'll be getting these tickets over time. If you have the patience and the gumption to wait until we get news on this unit, you won't feel like you were shafted if you spend all your resources for Roland and you don't get jack squat. Just keep that in mind. There's your word of warning. Looking at the shop, you can see all of the 3rd anniversary special sets. Nothing I'm going to go too crazy for. Things you have to buy with paid crystals. Do I think any of these things are worth it? I don't honestly know, because I'm not going to be buying them. If I hear someone else talk about these, I'll give my opinion maybe in another video, but I'm not going to tell you to buy any of these right now. Then we've got the free set. Of course, pick that up as soon as there's any new update with a new unit. And crystal packs. We're getting the 3rd anniversary special packs, 3rd anniversary pack, and bargain packs. Thanks for being part of the Last Cloudia community, the Last Cloudia management team. What a monstrous, insane, what would have previously thought to be impossible update we are getting with the 3rd anniversary. I've been recording for almost 40 minutes, but we are not done looking through all of this, folks. We also got, in addition to that, an April 14th maintenance notice. We can see that tonight at 12 a.m. Pacific time to 3 a.m. The update will be occurring. It will be introducing all of the information we just looked at, as well as a plethora of bug fixes. The following issues will be fixed. In main story 5-17 of Advocate of God, the app will crash or stop responding to controls normally if after the cutscene is played. I did hear some people were struggling with that, so they're claiming to have fixed that with this update. Target locks are removed when some skills and specials are used. I've never felt like the target lock function works, and maybe it's because of this bug here. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. When winning an arena battle, arena points will be subtracted in some rare cases. I've never personally had that. Some unit specials are sometimes not hitting enemies. I've also never really seen that. Some units' skill and special animations sometimes don't play correctly. I know that with the recent update, they jacked up a bunch of units' different skill animations, like OG Roland's Dragon doesn't show up. Other situations like that with certain units, their skill animes have just been botched. During some attacks, when an HP absorption effect activates, the Celestial Mass ability is triggered and consumes HP. Oh, that's an interesting one. When arena battle ends in a time up, the win-loss result may differ from the actual result. Okay. In the event Trials of the Summoned Beast, the app may not be able to progress in some quests. I haven't seen that. In multiplayer, when certain bosses are defeated, it sometimes becomes impossible to progress and quests will not end. I have had this happen and I've had to reset the app, so hopefully this will be the end of that. Under certain conditions, the app may force quit when you tap enhance in the alchemy lab. I haven't seen that. At certain times, it isn't possible to target with the unit skills below. Delmorto's Anger Soldat, Yashimaru, Dark Orochi, and Roland Divine Edge. Again, I haven't really seen that issue. This issue caused magic targeted at the units above to affect other units instead, or it caused the magic to not activate correctly. For this reason, we will correct the magic to eliminate the issue where it is not possible to target. The following arc and equipment have effects that lengthen status ailments time twice as long as what's written in the skill description. So Eternal Clock says plus 30%, but the actual effect is plus 60%. And the Holy Tree Blades says 10%, but it's actually 20%. If I recall correctly, they are going to lower the Eternal Clock, but they're going to leave the Logia Blades, the actual 20%. Other minor bug fixes, beautiful. So we're done with that. Just going over those. Let me know if you experienced any of those, this list. I've only experienced a handful of those. Then we've got the guilds released notice. Guys, you already know the Booda gang is entering Last Cloudia in the form of a guild, and your boy loves this but also hates this, because now I've got all you homies hitting me up like, yo, I'm down to join the Booda gang guild, and I'm like, damn, we only have 20 spaces. So I know in the live stream we were talking about doing different guild branches, but then that comes with like guild branch management, and I am not in the right headspace, at least today, to try and figure that out. I will be doing an announcement of how I want to handle initial Booda gang guild recruitment. That'll be found in the Discord. Join that if you're not already in there. I'm thinking I'm gonna do, well, before I announce anything, what I'm first going to do is make an announcement and see how many people actually want to join the Booda gang guild, because many people are making their own guild. So I need to see how many people want to join the Booda gang guild, and then try and figure out a course of action from there. So be on the lookout in Discord for that. But let's read about this update. About guilds: join a guild, search for one, or create your own. Beautiful. Find new friends, enjoy chat. We can finally actually chat to each other, which is awesome. We're receiving some type of guild login bonus, so we definitely want to get this activated immediately, and I want to get those 20 slots filled up quick, because I don't want to lose out on these login bonuses depending on how good they are. A single guild can have up to 20 members, and you cannot join more than one guild at a time. Very sad. Very sad that this is going to get a little political, everyone. It's going to get a little politically bloody. There's just no avoiding it. The guild can be accessed by tapping guild on the lower left of the home screen. Guild basics. Create. You can spend 100 crystals to create the guild. You have to be player rank 10 or higher. A guild's name can be changed after the guild is created, but it cannot be the same name as in another guild. The player who creates the guild becomes the guild leader. Join. These are the following 2 ways to join a guild. You apply to one that you want to join. When recruitment is sent to auto, you can join just by applying. When recruitment is set to manual, joining requires approval from the guild leader or a sub-leader. Receive an invite from the guild. You can join a guild by accepting an invite from the guild. Invites can only be made through the guild leader or a sub-leader. Leave. You can leave a guild by tapping info, but then you will not be able to create or join for another 24 hours. Roles. There are 2 roles within a guild. You have the guild leader. The role of the guild leader is given to the player who creates it. Guild leaders can do the following: edit recruitment info, give guild roles to others, kick guild members, invite players, and accept and reject invitations. And then there's sub-leaders. So they are appointed by the guild leader, and they can invite players and accept or reject invitations. If the guild leader leaves the guild or fails to log in for 30 days, the guild leader position is transferred to another player with the priority of sub-leader or highest player rank. That's quite interesting. Multiple users have the same player rank. The role of guild leaders transferred to the first player to log in after the guild leader leaves or does not log in for 30 days. Okay, so they've got a nice little structure, a nice little plan for that, managing that. Guild login bonus. Join a guild to get a guild login bonus once per day. This is obtainable when you tap the sparkles on the main guild screen. So they're bringing back sparkle fishing, something we haven't seen since very old arcs. So I'm actually excited that they're bringing that back. The items received are random and are different for each player. Oh wow, so they're not streamlined. Rare items such as radiance or level potions have a chance to drop. So it's a little bit of a lotto with these guild login prizes. That's pretty cool. And it resets daily at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's the soft reset that we see daily. And then the guild chat. After you join a guild, you can communicate with members using chat and stamps. You can view up to 30 most recent chats. You can also view guild chat from the home screen. Being considerate of others in chat is very important. They got to do these disclaimers. Be sure to review the important notes below to maintain good manners. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, this is important. It's good that they put this here because obviously don't give out your personal information, your link codes, your passwords. Sometimes this stuff may seem like common sense, but you'd be surprised. So I'd make sure y'all read this kind of stuff because it is good info. Future updates. We plan to continue adding and expanding the guild content. Notice will be given as soon as details and the timing of their implementation are confirmed. We appreciate your continued support of Last Cloudia management team. And with that, we are halfway through the maintenance notes above. Boys talking a little quick, trying to get to the point so that we don't spend too much time. I don't want this to be an hour-long video. Gacha and trading space changes. Oh my goodness. We can see the reasons for changing, the reduced exchange rate for units, arcs, and trading spaces, new units and arcs available in the trading space, DoH Festival, limited units added to the DoH lineup after 6 months. There's your time frame. Increase the frequency of DoH Festival Ultra and increase the number of units arcs on the rate up. We saw that already. Rate up on collab unit and collaboration ticket gacha. So we're getting rate up on the collab tickets as well. And release of credential gear to the Crimson Ore trading space lineup after 6 months. So we officially get the time frame of when we can buy paid gear out of the Crimson Ore shop, which is incredible. Incredible. These changes are being made with the goal of making it easier to obtain units and arcs and make the game more fun to play. We appreciate your patience during the time it took us to respond to these popularly requested changes. Yes, after 3 years. Thank you for finally taking us a bit seriously. They reduced the exchange rate for the units and arcs and trading spaces, so we can see that all of them have been decreased. For units, it goes from 300, which was 90,000 crystals, to 250, which is now 75,000 crystals. Not the biggest discount. It's a nice discount for people who are already spending, and I mean, getting to 75,000 will be easier than getting to 90,000. However, it's not like a monstrous decrease that will make players who weren't spending already start to spend, I don't feel. SSR arcs are going from 300 to 200. It's nice that the SSR arcs are going to be even lower than the units, so that's the equivalent of 60,000 crystals, I believe. LR arcs, these come around during collabs, as well as any seasonal summonable arcs are going also to 60k pity. And UR arcs are dropping from 500 to 400. 500 used to be 150,000, and now it's going to 120,000. If anything, I wish that the UR arc went down to the original unit pity if I had to voice my opinion. However, we got a lowered pity rate, guys. There will be plenty of people that are kind of like me, and they're like, this is not enough. It's never enough. But guess what? They lowered it, which is more than they've done in the last 3 years. So I'm going to do my best to remain grateful and spread the positivity. Rejoice at these changes that we're seeing in this monstrous update. New units arcs available in the trading space. Until now, sometimes new units and arcs were not available in the trading space lineup. However, from now on, new units and arcs will be available in the metal trading space lineup. They're never going to not have them in the free crystal pity metal shop. Also, in some paid-only step-up gacha, we will continue to allow for a guaranteed new unit at a specific step. Descent of Heroes Festival limited units added to the DoH Heroes Festival lineup after 6 months. This is actually interesting. The timing of each edition will be 4 times per year: January, April, July, and October. That is when we will see a new wave of DoH units flooding into the new DoH banners. So good to know that. Example, if the permanent lineup of the DoH Festival is updated on April 14th, 2022, hero units released before October 14th, 2021 up to Shido will be added. Nice that they give us that example. Basically, we plan to update the lineup in the above listed months, but the timing may vary depending on in-game events. We appreciate your understanding in advance. I mean, I'll take it. The DoH Ultra banner we now see is changing from coming once monthly to now twice monthly, and going from 4 units and a UR arc to 4 units, 2 SSR arcs, and 2 UR arcs. Nice change. I'm not mad at this change at all. Rate up on collaboration units, arcs, and collaboration ticket gacha. Previously, as a general rule, the collab ticket gacha was released without rate up, but going forward, they will all have rate up. Love it, love it, love it. And release of credential gear to the Crimson Ore trading space lineup after 6 months. Unit-specific cred gear acquired with credentials will be added to the Crimson Ore on a regular basis, and that will be added 4 times per year, the same as we just saw: January, April, July, and October. So good to see like a concrete plan rather than the ambiguous information we got in the past. Well, we might release it later, but we don't have a plan. They finally have a plan, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not a plan I'm mad at all. I think 6 months is a very appropriate time, right? Let the players who spent money for it enjoy it for a good amount of time before it becomes available for the free-to-play or budget spenders to snag up. But it gives everyone the ability to access it and enjoy every piece of the game. That's all I've ever wanted, okay? We will continue to review the game based on your feedback so that we can provide everyone with a more fun gameplay experience. We're always happy to receive feedback from our players. Feel free to contact us in-game and let us know what you think. To end the maintenance notice and the 3-year Annie news, let's go ahead and read the producer letter from our man Takeshima, or Takeson. Very excited. He goes over the roadmap, different things we're going to see. We'll just go top to bottom. Hello, adventurers. Thank you for always playing Last Cloudia. This is producer Takeshima. Many of you know me by my nickname, Takeson. At last, the 3rd-year anniversary of Last Cloudia is approaching. For the last year, it had only been 6 months since I became the producer, and I was putting my all into thinking of ways to make the 2nd anniversary amazing for everyone. Thanks to the support of all of our daily players and the hard-working Last Cloudia team, this year marks the game's 3rd anniversary, and also another year of me being the producer. Even more so than during the 2nd anniversary, I feel overjoyed to have reached this anniversary and to be able to celebrate it with all of you, despite the difficulty and huge responsibilities I felt. I also strongly hope to meet everyone's expectations for our 4th year. In that sense, I'm looking forward to even more great things than the previous year. In this producer's letter, I want to go over the Last Cloudia roadmap for April onward that we touched on in the live stream the other day. So here we can see that a very nice looking roadmap. A big fan of this. We can see April, Guild's release, main story added. In May, we've got a little sticker, but Maze of Tartarus, like what is that? June, more Guild content is being added, and then July through September, getting more main story and the LC Pass released. Another massive feature requested since before I even knew this game existed, the subscription feature. Let's go and look at these months in detail. We have April, Guild's release Guild creation chat function. Following on the multiplayer feature that was introduced last year, we're implementing guilds as a way for players to communicate with each other within the game. The first step for guilds is guild creation and the ability to chat with guild members. I hope that you take this chance to create a guild now, as we will be adding new content that you can enjoy with your guild members in the future. I'm looking forward to see what kinds of guilds you all create. The main story, as mentioned in the live stream, there will be new additions. I don't want to spoil the story so close to the release, but I can tell you that the stories coming to you very soon are pure Last Cloudia. We hope you enjoy the main story that's released during the celebration of our 3rd anniversary, and I hope you guys are ready for some Buddha voice acting. In May, we're getting the Maze of Tartarus. You frequently requested the chance to use the units you've used in various in-game content. The Maze of Tartarus is our answer to those requests. This content has been created so that you can use all of the units you've managed to train up over time. It's scheduled for beta release in May, and it will continue to be improved as we receive your feedback. How interesting. Still quite mysterious, but I'm very excited to see more details. In June, we're getting additional content for guilds. From June, we plan to add content that you can enjoy as part of a guild. Can't give you any specifics at this time, but we'll let you know more when the time is right. Your in-game notice is social media, blah, blah, blah. July to September. Additional main story, continuation, and of course I don't want to spoil anything for you, but they are prepared. And the LC Pass. Thank you for your patience while we work to make this announcement. Testing and implementation of the LC Pass subscription system are currently underway, so we expect it to become available sometime between July and September. We plan to make it easier for everyone who signs up to power up their units and get rewards at regular intervals. We'll keep you posted with more details once we have them. In this producer's letter, I provided you with a roadmap for the next 3 months or so. Until now, it's been difficult for us to provide such information. However, in our 4th year, I hope to be able to regularly provide you with information about upcoming content and features that we plan to implement within the game. The long-awaited 3rd anniversary celebration will begin tomorrow. As I said in the live stream, it's because of your support that Last Cloudia has been able to continue operating for the past 3 years. Again, I sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart. We've prepared lots of great things for the anniversary to show how much we appreciate our wonderful players. I hope you enjoy them and have a fantastic anniversary together. Last Cloudia is now entering the 4th year. There have been moments when the game's development and operation did not go as smoothly as planned, and it failed to meet our expectations. However, I am committed to creating the best game possible while taking user feedback to heart. I want you to know that I hear your opinions and they matter to me greatly. As we mentioned 1,000 days after the game's release, Kyle's journey is just getting started. Just like Kyle and the others, we in the Last Cloudia team plan to bring you countless exciting adventures that reflect all the fun we have while developing and operating the game. I appreciate your continued support. Producer Daruya Takeshima Take-san. Guys, what an update. I'm speechless. I just want it to be tomorrow so we can get into it, so I can see what this update brings in terms of new game content, new channel content to make, more live streams to hang out with you guys and party like we did last night. So many additions in this update that I think I've been asking for and others have been asking for since the very first video I ever made. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. When I discovered the game, I put out the video 5 reasons you've never played Last Cloudia or never heard of Last Cloudia, and where I asked that question in Reddit and got response from the then veterans. All things that I think, or a lot of those things, are being addressed in this update. Whether it's baby steps, whether you think it's enough, it's more than nothing, which is honestly all we can ask, right? It's their game. We're just the players here to have a good time. Getting a little emotional thinking back to that, but your boy's not gonna cry. I'm gonna cut this video so I can edit it, chop it up, and put it to upload and see what you guys think in the comments. I'm excited to keep enjoying this game with y'all. Keep posting videos. And I think that's all I got for you this time, guys. Like, subscribe, bell noties. If you're new, you won't miss time-sensitive information like we just got a couple days ago. And with all that being said, y'all know what we say, work hard, play hard. See you in the next video.